Fabulous 147. Welcome to another Tuesday baking video. So, yep, today I'm going to be showing you how I make my chocolate chip cookie recipe. So, yep, that's what we're doing today. And in between video clips, I'm going to be recording my podcast. So that's what's happening today. And I really hope you like this video. Okay, and we're back. So I'm going to start with half a cup of white sugar. That goes in there. Yes, I am halving this recipe. So this is gonna make 12 servings. The original recipe makes 24. So that's what's happening. So we've got that, and the lid goes back on this, and yeah. Our next thing, I'm gonna do brown sugar, and hopefully this is about half a cup, because this is all the brown sugar that I could find. I'm just sort of breaking it up here. Yeah, that looks about right. Just gonna stick that in there. And there's that. Now, I'll put it back in the box once I cut the camera. So our next thing is, yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and cut the camera. So, because this is a little bit messy, so see ya. Okay, so we're gonna do about 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm gonna pour it over this little cup because messy. And there we go. So there's that. And I think, yeah, the only thing that's left is 3 tablespoons of flour. So here's that. That's 1, 2, 3. Great. And that'll do it for this clip. I'm gonna go mix this up. And once I get to the wet ingredients part, I'll do a time lapse of that. Okay, I'm back. So I already put my butter in here. This is half a cup of butter. And just gonna put my egg in here, like so. And, well, yeah, I can't really show it to you, but you just saw me crack it in there. So, yeah. Next thing is okay, I'm gonna have to go look at the recipe. Sorry. Okay, so next is a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So yeah, that's empty. So we're gonna have to grab this other one and okay, that's not wanting to open. I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. So, got this open. And there we go. Now it's gonna go into the bowl. Great. And I'm gonna rinse this out and I'm gonna do the same amount of warm water. So, see you in a few minutes. And then we'll get the mixer out and I'll do the time lapse of the whole mixing process. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying this video so far. Okay, so we've got our water. We're just gonna pour it in there, just like that. And now I'm gonna go find the beaters and get the mixer out. So, see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm just straightening this out a bit. Not sure what's happening, but this is honestly kind of looking more like frosting. So I don't know what's happening with this. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add the chocolate chips and hope for the best. And worst comes to worst, I just add more flour until it thickens and does its thing. So I'm gonna go figure that, I'm gonna put these in. I'm gonna put in about a couple of tablespoons or so and just see what happens. Okay, so I still can't get this to do the right consistency, and I've got to get my podcast done, so I'm gonna try chilling it in the fridge just as a last resort. I'm gonna step away from this for a minute, and hopefully it turns out. Unfortunately, the recipe in this case was just wrong, and that happens sometimes with recipes that I find on the internet. And this one, unfortunately, for whatever reason, this time it's not working. So I don't know what happened. So yeah. So I'm gonna go clean up this mess in here and see if I can fix this. And hopefully I'll see you later with some chocolate chip cookies. Okay, I'm back. So I have the travel tripod on one of the kitchen island chairs right now because my regular tripod is being used as a drying rack for my clothes that I washed yesterday. So, and yeah, so far this is working pretty well, I have to say. And now I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the cookie dough. And so here it is. It's a lot more dough-like now. But I guess what happened before was the friction with the mixing or something like that. Because when I put it in, it was still pretty liquidous. So, and yeah, I might add just a tiny bit of nutmeg before I make these cookies, just because I can. And also to sort of balance out, because I ended up putting a lot more flour in it, and I added a little bit more sugar. So I'll add the nutmeg just to balance out the sweetness just a tiny bit. We're not gonna put a whole ton of it in there though. Maybe about 1/8 of a teaspoon, and that's it. That's not in the recipe, but at this point, it doesn't really matter if it's in the recipe or not, because, well, first off, the recipe was just unfortunately incorrect with what I was trying to do. I don't know really what happened exactly, but I will say this: when I followed the recipe, that didn't make cookie dough. It's the right ingredients, just the wrong amounts. So yeah, I added a lot more flour than what was put down. Just a little bit at a time though, because I know it is possible to put too much of a thing, because you can always add more, but you can't take it out once you've added it. Just tips there. And I also added a lot more chocolate chips than what it said, just to sort of balance it out and make it a little bit thicker and whatnot, and a little bit more sugar as well. So, okay, I'm gonna go add the nutmeg, and I'll be back. And while the cookies are in the oven, I'm gonna do the captions and edit. So I won't have so much to do later. Yep, gonna go. And then I'll be back when it's time to put these in the oven. So change of plans, because there's phone calls happening, and I'm honestly just ready to get this video done. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show me putting these in the oven, just because I don't know when the phone calls are going to be done. So yeah, the oven, I actually had to turn off the oven. So the oven's preheating for my final batch. So I do have pictures of the first batch, which I'll insert somewhere in here so you guys can see that at least. So the oven's preheating to 350, and yeah, so far these are turning out exactly like the first time I made them, which is amazing, because I've been trying to make them like that ever since that first time. Flies. Yeah. So I haven't tasted them yet, so I am gonna try them as soon as this last batch is done. Sorry about that, but sometimes that's just how these videos work out, unfortunately. And there's not a thing I can do about it. So yeah, I'm gonna go check on the oven and see if it's preheated. And then I guess I'll be back with pictures of the cookies, because since I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually show you these live. So we'll see. Either way, I will see you guys for the outro. Okay, so yeah, the oven was ready. So I have the last batch of cookies in the oven right now. I put them in for about 8 minutes. And yeah, I may have to put them in for a couple more minutes after this. But yeah, I'll show them to you then once they're out. I just came back here because I realized I forgot to tell you how long I'm putting the cookies in for. So yeah, I'm a mess today, and so is this video. So I'm gonna go. Okay, so here are the cookies that are finished. This one was, yeah, I'm just gonna eat this one because it's a little large and I haven't tried it yet. And yeah, so I'll just set that one to the side. And the final batch is finishing up in the oven right now. So once I take them out, I already said how long I leave them in there for. So once I take them out, they'll cool for about 10 minutes before I transfer them to a cooling rack or whatever, or try to take them off the pan, whatever I'm gonna do with them. So anyway, that's how I do chocolate chip cookies. I hope you enjoyed this video. Anyways, if you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you want, you can check out my links down in the description below. The first of which is for my affiliate with So Sick Clothing. There's a promo code through them that will get you 15% off site-wide. That promo code is ElGrace15. And my other links are for the Lovecraft website, which has a lot of really cool pottery pieces that are for sale right now. And then there's my spring store, my website, my music, my social media, and my podcast, ElGrace After Hours. And that's available on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, at pretty much any podcast platform you can think of. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and above all else, stay fabulous.